So a big question here, especially, with everything happening in e-commerce today is, can I sell fireworks online? And I say with a brand new business, that is a possibility, but it's going to be a huge, huge distraction. You really need to focus on your brick and mortar, what I call brick and mortar, even if that's a tent or a fireworks stand first. Those are the people who are going to be your initial customers. And selling online or offering to be able to pull an order ahead of time and have them pick it up, I think all that goes into year 3 or year 4. If year number 1, you're going to want to make sure that you have your brick and mortar, your physical location, properly marketed, properly merchandised, sufficient employee help, awareness on Google, like being on Google Maps, being on Facebook, being on Instagram. All that's going to take time. And unless you have a bunch of people helping you, because the e-commerce is going to become very, very employee dependent, I would be looking at that as something down the road. Is it possible to do? You can do anything. That's the great thing about America. We can do anything we want as long as it's legal, but you don't want to be distracted with e-commerce in the beginning. I'm unaware of any states that has a prohibition on selling online, because most people, you could order online and then pick the fireworks up at the point of sale. So that gets around it. Now, shipping fireworks is a whole nother discussion and a whole nother business, and much more advanced, I think, for this particular conversation today. For temporary selling of fireworks, e-commerce, I don't see that as being as big a component as it would be for an established brick and mortar company. Because if you're in a very rural area with a tent, I still think that traditional shopping experience, because we're in a temporary sale here. This is a 2-week thing, a 1-week thing. E-commerce doesn't play as big a part. Now, if you're in a year-round selling situation, which would be like a full-time store in a state that allows that, e-commerce becomes a very big part of that. But for doing a temporary fireworks stand, I see e-commerce not being a big part of the business currently today. Who knows what it could be down the road? Fireworks, picking out a pumpkin, picking out a Christmas tree. I mean, how easy is it to buy a Christmas tree online? I'm talking about a live tree. You want to go down to the Christmas tree lot and smell the pine. You want to smell the tree. You want to go down to the pumpkin patch and pick out that ripe pumpkin for your porch. That's something we do in person. Fireworks are much like a Christmas tree or a pumpkin patch, where you're going to want to shop. You're going to want to bring a family member and make it like a rite of passage. You want to pick out that perfect show. Is it possible doing online? 100%. Is it way more fun in person? Absolutely.